Hi, everyone. I'm Virginia Dwan, also known as Mandarin Mama. I host a podcast called the Noona Army Podcast, where we discuss the particular aspects and challenges of being a middle-aged BTS fan. I'm the entertainment editor for Mochi Magazine, as well as a freelance writer, and the founder of BrAzn AZN, an intimate series for Asian Pacific Islander and Desi American creatives and influencers. Today, we have our special guest, Jeff Harry.
Hello, this is Jeff Harry. Rediscover your play. I do not have a retreat coming up, but I should. And we're here to experience BTS.
Yes. Okay, so just to give you some background on this song, this is their latest drop. It just dropped last night at 9. It's not. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be on their album that they're dropping in October. But it's like they're doing something they've never done before. It's their first all English single. They've done it's like a full court press to break into the American market. They've done like a shit ton of publicity for it. They're gonna be on like Good Morning America today, like all sorts of it's like all the DJ, like radio DJs are like,
wow,
like it's like full court press.
Okay.
And it's already broken records. Like the YouTube premiere was already, there were 3 to 4 million people watching the YouTube premiere for it, which smashed the previous record of Blackpink, also a K-pop group, of like maybe 1 or 2 million. Like, so it just beat it by a lot. And then I think it was the fastest to hit like a certain number, like 50 million maybe likes or views or something. Some ridiculous number, right?
Whoa.
So it's disco pop, and it's described as they released the song because I'm pretty sure they didn't write it. They saw the sample, they heard the track, the demo track, and they really liked it, and they just decided they would try it all in English. They kept it all in English. And they felt like it was a really great way to help the world break through this like global gloom and like dispiritedness and like disheartenment. So it's like, it's just it's very retro, it's disco pop. And I actually don't know enough about your musical taste to see if you would like it. I think you will like it.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. And then I'll give you my opinion after.
Okay. All right.
Cause I'm in the stars tonight. So watch me bring the fire, set the night light. Shoes on, get up in the morning, cup of milk, let's rock and roll. Kink out, kick the drum, rolling on like a rolling stone. Sing song when I'm walking home, jump up to the top of the brown. Ding dong, call me on my phone, nice tea, and I'll get my ping pong. This is dead heavy, can't hear the bass, boom, I'm ready. Life is sweet as honey, yeah, this beach shade like money. This go all alone, I'm into that, I'm good to go, I'm diamond, you know I glow. Hey, so let's go. Cause I'm in the stars tonight, so watch me bring the fire, set the night light. Hey, shining through the city with a little funky soul. So I'ma
it's one of those songs when you hear it, you're like, oh, this is gonna be popular. Like this is gonna be good.
Yeah.
I felt like that when I heard a Justin Timberlake song a while back. I forgot what
Can't
the song
Stop the
was.
Feeling.
What?
The troll song, Can't Stop the Feeling. Or Can't Fight the
Maybe
Feeling.
it was that. Maybe it was that.
Can't
But
fight the feeling. Or can't fight the feeling.
something exactly. And when they go, dun, 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 I'm like, oh, this is going to be in clubs for like the next
80 million
year, if not longer. And it was just so much fun, and they look so cute. And the oldest guy didn't get a lot of screen time. I noticed.
Jin and Suga didn't get. Well, do you mean Suga or Jin?
I'm talking about the guy that was wearing the brown shirt.
Oh yeah, Jin.
Yeah, and even my man didn't get as much screen time as I usually like, but I still loved it. It was so fun, man.
Your man V or your man RM?
RM, V was all up in there. He got the little look at the end.
Oh my god.
And there's so many sexy looks throughout it, so people can watch it over and over again. And it's not annoying. So like I could watch it numerous times. So I could understand why it's at 53 million views after, I don't know, a few hours.
9 hours?
9? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I just loved it. I just thought just made me happy. And it was all in English.
Yeah, that's why it's so pop. I think because it's hard to rap in English.
Right. So that's the other part that I'm wondering too, where I'm like, oh wow, they did the whole thing in English.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, they're really going for this market.
Yeah, well, they said it was a challenge. It's something they've never done before. They probably won't do it again. They also said they probably won't do it again.
Well, it makes sense, right? I mean, I can't really analyze the words that much because it just seemed so happy to me.
It's not a deep song.
Yeah, it's not and it also makes sense because it would be their second language. So it's not like, let me talk about the darkness below the.
And I don't know. I don't think they actually wrote it. I don't think they wrote the lyrics.
Oh, I see.
I'm not sure if they wrote the lyrics. I haven't checked.
Yeah, but they just looked like they were having fun,
yeah.
And it takes you. It's like an escape. It takes you away from whatever your worry is, because those colors are just so bright and lovely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, like, it is. It's very retro.
So, what is your opinion?
I hate it. I knew I would hate it.
How can you hate it? It's so lovely. They're so nice and attractive, and they're.
I know. I love the
They
video.
leap on each other's back like it's 90210. How could you hate that?
No, let me split it up. So for people who've already seen my actual reaction video, I have amended my opinion 9 hours later. But like, when I heard the teaser a few days ago, I was like, I'm gonna hate this song.
Oh wow!
I already knew because the teaser sounded it was pretty much the song.
Yeah.
And I'd heard it like 3 times, and it was stuck in my head for the rest of this week. I was so pissed. And as soon as I heard it, I knew I would hate it. And indeed I did, because it sounds totally like that Justin Timberlake song, Can't Fight the Feeling, Can't Stop the Feeling, or whatever. I despise that song. I hate that song with every fiber in my being. It reminds me of Happy.
It does.
Which is another song I despise with every fiber.
I love Happy.
I hate that song. I hate
if you feel.
Oh my God. It's like that song evokes such rage in me every time I hear it.
Wait, let's dig. Let's dig into why. Why does this evoke such rage? Why do these?
So it's a multifaceted reason. One, I hate disco. I hate disco. I hate disco pop. I'm actually surprised. I'm surprised that I like Doja Cat's Say So. But it's a little bit different vibe, you know. I'm surprised I like Bruno Mars's like 24 Karat Magic. I'm surprised I like Uptown Funk. And but one of my friends summed it up really well. She says like those songs are like that disco groove and vibe, but they're not like relentlessly upbeat, peppy,
Yeah.
you know. And Dynamite, Can't Fight the Feeling, and Happy all have that same like.
Yeah, I recognize there is a positivity that can be considered toxic if it's because it's like it's so happy that it's almost delusional.
Look, I recognize that I'm broken. Okay, like
I was going to say you do identify with pain,
right?
And songs of pain, and Happy does not have that. Can't Stop the Feeling does not have, and this definitely does not have any level of pain.
None. And so on that level, I just don't like this particular genre. I mean, even like it actually also reminds me of Michael Jackson's PYT, which I hated for decades. I hated it for 2 decades until this really cute lab guy that I worked with sang it for me all the time. Like that became like he would, because my initials are a VYD, so he'd be like VYD.
Yeah.
VYD. And I'd be like, okay, well, you're cute, and the song's cute when you sing it. So then the song became associated with something else, right? And then so now I like it. Just like, you know, like there's a lot of songs from when we grew up that are actually terrible, like Smells Like Teen Spirit, like the worst. Like I hate Nirvana. But like when I hear it, I'm like, oh, this is so good.
Right.
But not because it's actually good. It's just because like, you know, it reminds me of a time.
Yeah, it's the nostalgia. It's like watching the old Star Wars and being like, these are amazing. You're like, or Karate Kid. You're like, this is amazing. You're like, it's
excuse me, Wrath of Khan is fantastic. God. And Karate Kid is fantastic. But like, yeah, so it's that. So I don't like the genre in general.
Yeah.
And I also don't like. It's not like I'm incapable of joy. I feel like I'm a very happy person. It's just like.
No, but you don't want inauthentic joy.
I don't think it's inauthentic. I just
consider that inauthentic. Yeah, but you don't. Well, you definitely don't want inauthentic joy. I don't know if you associate that with inauthentic joy, but you definitely associate that with like an obscene amount of joy, and you're like, that's not real.
But I mean, I feel that type of joy when I look at BTS. So it's not like I feel like it's like an incorrect amount of joy, but it's just, it's, to quote my husband, I have a coal for my heart. I have a dark, dark heart. It's just a lump of coal, and I'm just a horrible, dark person.
So I will challenge that. I'm going to challenge that right now. No, I think what it is you're, in some ways, you're an empath, and there's nothing to attach any of the pain that you have to that. There's no attachment. It's very surface.
Yeah.
So do you understand why people like it though?
Oh, it's catchy as fuck. Like I said.
Catchy. Great club song. You can sing it with your friends and go da na 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 na. I mean, especially at a concert, when everyone's singing that together. Woo, that would be great.
Oh my God, I'm gonna go fucking crazy when I finally see this in concert. Okay, but like when Justin Timberlake closed his concert, his Man of the Woods tour with Can't Fight the Feeling, I wanted to leave. I was like, no. Well, first of all, that whole tour was a bust. It sucked. That album sucked. And his tour was meh. I was so disappointed. I was like, is this what happens when you get old? You just suck. And I love Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake is who I stand before I hit BTS. Okay? Like, I stand Justin Timberlake. I would have thrown myself off his cliff and smashed into his rocks. Take that however you will. if it's dirty, it's probably true. But like, and it's okay because he's only like 4 years younger than me or something. So like, I mean, granted, that's like the age of my younger.
It's still
brother,
legal. It's
right?
still legal.
But like,
It reminds me of when I went to New Kids on the Block. Don't ask me why. I was going out with my girlfriend. She wanted to go. When they returned,
oh,
and this was during the time that I think one of them, Joey, was at Dancing with the Stars. And there
oh,
was, well, first off, let me just say this.
Joey McIntyre.
I
Was my
should have
favorite.
been going to more New Kids on the Block concerts when I was a kid because
yeah.
the amount of women there, the
yeah.
percentage is ridiculous.
Oh
It
no,
was like
I've been to New Kids on the Block.
95%. And then the second was there were so many signs that said, Jordan, I'm legal now.
Ew. Ugh. Well,
Anyway, you were saying.
yeah. So yeah, I don't like the genre. And then two, it's so fucking catchy. And so you know what that means, right? That means it's gonna be on every fucking radio station, every hour, maybe every 45 minutes.
Every 45 minutes, every 10 to 20.
Or
They only
whatever,
play
right?
5 songs on the radio anyway.
Oh, I thought it was 10.
Ooh.
But like
Hey.
I will die. Like, thank God we're in a pandemic, so I don't ever have to be in the car to hear this song. On the radio.
Right.
Because Happy, I liked for a day. I liked Happy for a day. I like Can't Fight the Feeling for like 0 seconds. Like, I hated that song. Like immediately I hated that song. But I recognize that all 3 songs are super catchy. I know how to sing to every single one of those songs, right? Like, you saw me singing along to the song, right? Like, I've heard it probably, because even though I hate the song, I still stream and support. I bought it, okay? I bought the instrument. I stand, okay? I support my people. But and my kids love it. Especially the younger two. And when I told them, they're like, Mommy, you don't like it? I was like, no. They're like, they're like, my kids, the girl child. She's like, it sounds like that Troll song. I was like, I know, that's why Mommy hates it.
Well, it's like a new Frozen song. That's really
Oh, no. Frozen is fantastic. Frozen is fantastic.
Oh, is it because there's pain in Frozen?
Of course. Frozen is fantastic. I mean, the movie itself is problematic, but like the second movie, Frozen 2.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Frozen 2, I was weeping.
Oh
2 minutes in. 2 minutes in, I'm like sobbing my fucking brains out at the premiere. Like, I was like, I spent all this time to put on this face, and now it's ruined.
Oh yeah, you went to the premiere.
I went to the red carpet. And then so like 2 minutes in, like just from the opening notes of that first song, I was done. I was just weeping. And then they have like this hysterical song. Like, there's several hysterical songs. It's just, no. Frozen 2 just like rips out your heart and just stomps on it. And you're like, thank you. Please give it to me some more. So maybe I'm a masochist. But like,
Well, yeah, I mean, well, there's that potentially, but I mean, do you know why I love the song Happy?
because it's happy.
No, it's not just because it's happy and I'm a play guy, but I remember not watching the video that much.
Oh, I've only seen it once.
What I did watch was there was a website that had devoted 24 hours to playing the song. Look at your face. No, and it was literally 24 hours of people dancing in the streets
Oh yeah, I
all
think I
over
recall
the
this.
world
I
doing
recall
the
this.
song. And there was even a group of people that did it in St. Vincent, my dad's island. And
Oh.
it was like, and it was one of the songs that like featured their island. It was like one of their most popular.
Oh.
So like, I wonder with each of these songs, and this definitely will happen with whatever the name of this song is.
Dynamite.
Yeah, Dynamite is, people are going to have so many memories from this. Like, people will have their first kiss to this. People will maybe not go to Six Flags, but you know, people will learn how to hold hands to this. Like, there's going to be so many teenagers that are going to have life-changing moments, and this will be in the background. And that makes me happy, that brings me a certain level of joy. The same way in which VYT brought you joy is like if you can attach happy memories of something that is like lovely, then perhaps you could appreciate it more, because what you're looking for is like, where is the pain? Where is the suffering? Where is the way in which, where was the evolution where at the beginning of the song they were this way and now they've budded like a flower? And you're like, no, they were a flower the whole time. That's just all they were. There's no growth here. And it's not even their song. They didn't even sing it. So it's like, they sang it, but they didn't write it. So
well, they don't write all their songs. So I don't have a problem with that. Like, and I think it's a very good song. I think it's a very strategic song.
It's a very strategic song.
It's a very strategic song. It totally hits the goal of what they wanted.
Yep.
Right? Which is to bring joy.
Yep.
It's fucking catchy as fuck. Like, it's been stuck in my head.
It's good.
It's a good song. I acknowledge that it is a good song. It is well done. It is well crafted. Like, the other day, I reacted to a Super M song, and it's called 100, and I was just like, this is trash. This is actual trash. And like, the caliber of talent in this group, and you give them trash to do, like, that's insulting. And that was my reaction. Like, I can fangirl over like how hot they are and like how rude they look, like, that's fine. But like, also the song is actual trash, right? Dynamite, I know that it is a well done song. It is well crafted. I know it's because I'm dead inside. I don't
know if I believe that.
I'm
gonna challenge that.
I just hate it, and like, I can hate it and also find it catchy and can't get it out of my head. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is I think you hate it because you can't relate to it.
I can relate to zero of it.
Because there's like, and let me know, but from my understanding of you is like, you are constantly evolving from like pain to growth. Like, that's your MO, that's your, you use humor throughout your pain to growth stage, right? And they're, so you're doing this and they're like, hey, want to ride this little boring, merry-go-round ride? It's really happy. And you're like, no, it's boring.
It's
like,
boring.
this is not fun. Like, I'm going to the roller coaster. I like the emotional roller coaster.
Like, thank God there's a video. Okay, because if I heard this on the radio, I would have been out. Like,
I know, because they have a lot of like sexy looks. Like, yeah, you want to see BTS stuck in a camper van, kidnapped, trying to break out of it. Like, that's what you want to see.
Oh no, I like to see them happy. I think they're hilarious. Like I just, not everything is for everybody, and this is not for me. Like,
but just trying to understand why. That's what I'm exploring. Is like,
okay. So the irony is, so I find that like the stories, like, okay, so I write fanfic now, and I read a lot of fiction, or I used to, and the books that I'm universally attracted to are always, like, regardless of genre, it always has a thread of melancholy. Everything that I write, like, even like my humor, it always has like a thread of melancholy and sadness.
Wait, can you define melancholy? I'm not as smart.
Or like that feel of like wistfulness, like, you're like, Virginia, why are you using words I don't know to describe a word I don't know?
What is this, Gone with the Wind right now? Like, let her.
But like, no, it's like that sadness.
Nostalgia? Is melancholy nostalgia?
It's like a mix of like, Smashing Pumpkins, that feel, or like Tori Amos.
Yeah, I know Smashing Pumpkins a lot.
Or Tori Amos's music, or like, you would hate Tori Amos. She's so sad. She's so like.
Is it like Tracy Chapman?
Yeah, Fast Car.
Yeah.
That's a fucking fantastic song.
It's fantastic.
Right?
That whole album. She's
Yeah,
amazing.
right. Sunflowers. Oh, it's so good, right? Like that feeling, right?
Yeah.
Like of like that lump in your throat, or like even if it's happy, you're that waiting for the other shoe to drop kind of feeling.
The foreboding joy. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the shit I like. Like it doesn't always have to be like the dark night of the soul, because that's also like really boring after some point. It's like, dude, can you please just be happy? But like I feel like but everything that I like, whether it's comedy, because I think this is why I like comedy, right? Because the kind of comedy I enjoy is either outright like slapstick, of like someone just got kneed in the groin, because that's just always funny. But just like, that's not funny. That sounds awful. What kind of horror? What kind of monster?
I was thinking of something else when you made that joke. I was like, I didn't see it. What was the punchline? I'm sorry.
Oh, I said, like I always like people getting kneed in the groin. That's always funny, right? But like, it's either that kind of humor or like the really dark undercurrents of pain humor, like Margaret Cho humor, right? Like where she's talking about like body image issues and how when she was trying to break into Hollywood, she like took all these laxatives to like lose weight, and then she has like explosive diarrhea in her car stuck in traffic.
That was a good stand-up bit. That was a good stand-up routine. That was awesome.
But or like your bit, right? Like your story of the story you shared, the right? Like it was hilarious, and then you sucker punch us, right? Like that's the shit I like. Because
wait,
I
but
don't know. Yeah, go ahead.
No, can I go deeper?
Yeah.
Ooh, are you sure?
Yeah, sure.
No, it reminds me of the play attunement exercise we did last week.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, for those of you who don't know, why don't you explain the game and how I just hate it?
So because I'm a play guy, I learned this exercise from this play expert called Gwen Gordon, and it's very much improv yes and, where you take an idea and then you build off of the idea, but you do it through feelings. So it's someone being, someone like, let's say someone watches this BTS song and they go, oh man, that made me feel so warm inside and feel like so connected with people. And then someone would be like, oh, hearing that you feel so warm inside and connected with people, that makes me feel connected to you. And I feel like, I have hope in the world. Oh, hearing that makes me feel so much more connected to you. And then like, oh man, I feel like we're even closer than we were earlier. And you're supposed to yes and this. So Virginia and I did this and she hated it. And not only she hated it, the whole time she's like, I suck at it. This is horrible. I'm not good. Oh my gosh. And then the whole challenge of it is the play attunement is you're supposed to focus on your feelings, not on what is in your head. And she kept running to her head where I would be like, oh, that makes me really feel really happy. And she's like, yeah, it doesn't make me think, I don't think, It was like, which ties into the psychologist Gay Hendricks, who talks about upper limit problems where people reach a certain level of happiness and then they sabotage themselves because they're like, I don't deserve this level of happiness. You're like, I'm too happy. I must destroy something right now. Like people literally will sabotage. They say this with a lot of lotto winners, that they'll sabotage, like they're now worth $4 million, but they still have a $26,000 mindset. So they'll do whatever they can to get back down to 26,000 because they can't handle, they don't believe they deserve it. They don't believe that they deserve to be that happy. It's almost like being drunk on happy for them.
Pro tip, if you win the lottery, even though you should not play the lottery because there's a tax against people who can't do math. But if you should win, should you hypothetically buy a ticket, which I would never, you should take the annuity.
Oh, I didn't even know what that meant. Okay.
You should take the payment over a lifetime instead of in a lump sum.
Interesting. Okay, so the reason why I bring up the play attunement thing is like my challenge to you, if you're willing to take it on, is to just sit in the happy part. Like allow yourself to enjoy it for enjoyment's sake, right? Because the reason why you're dead inside, that's the old story that you're like holding. I'm dead inside. I'm a dead person. I'm a horrible person. Like, and my challenge to you is just be like, watch it again and again until you kind of like enjoy just feeling happy for the sake of feeling happy. Look at your face.
Do you see all the like objections rising? So first of all, I have seen this video like so many times.
Oh, I know. But you've seen it from your dead inside old story face. I'm not asking you to do that.
No, and I enjoy the song. I just hate it. Like if it's, I feel happy when I watch it. You know, it doesn't make me unhappy when I watch it. Like I feel happy when I watch it. I think they're really attractive. I sang along. It made me happy to see you happy. I just never want to hear the song ever again.
I challenge you to watch it a few more times and fully enjoy it without reservation and allow yourself to feel all of the feelings, all of the joyful feelings.
Like most of the joy is like, okay, it's a happy. Again, I'm not saying the song makes me unhappy. Like no,
but I like if I imagine like emotions like a pool, right? And you have more like a darker emotions, and then you have happier emotions in another pool. I feel like you're so comfortable in the dark emotions pool, and I'm just saying, why don't you just play in the happy emotion just for a little bit? Just wade in there for a little. It's so warm in that pool.
That just means there's lots of pee.
Your face is like, no. Oh, it's full of pee. Look at that. Look at that. The happy emotions pool is full of pee. You know who peed in it? I peed in it. I peed in it because I hate happy emotions. That's why it's full of pee.
Because it was cold. And then I peed in it.
I threw stuff in there because the happy emotions suck.
I don't think happy emotions suck, but I will have to say that every time I feel joy, I cry. Like every time I see my kids and they're like super cute and like every night when I put my kid to bed, he's like super cute and cozy. I either have to like push him away because he's still fucking touching me. I can't stand that. Or I start crying and the baby's like, stop crying, mama. Why do you have to cry every single fucking time you put me to bed, you crazy person? So yeah.
Wait, what's wrong with that?
Right, like what's wrong with crying? Because
yeah.
He does not enjoy that because he's
but why did you bring it up? I don't understand.
I mean, like it's like that. Like I can't. Like I just mean that like I ruin happy things by crying.
Don't ruin the happy things. Oh my gosh! Some of the stories you tell yourself are so. I'm dark inside. I'm dead inside. I
don't really think I'm dark or dead inside.
I know you don't feel, but the humor does dig deep though. Well, no, the reason why I believe like you cry when you're happy is because you don't spend enough time in the happy pool. You're not comfortable in that space, so when you're in it, you're like, way too many emotions. I must get out of here. It's too happy in here. Back to the dark side where we complain about everything.
Stop attacking me.
I'm not attacking you.
I thought we were friends.
We are. I'm trying.
And Tsundere mode is the best mode, and that's the mode I live in. Okay? If you watch enough anime, you'll understand. Like, what do you want from me? I said it was I said it was a good song. I said it was a happy song. I said it makes me happy.
Oh my God.
What do you want?
My favorite.
I'm like legitimately mad.
My favorite part is your tone where you're like, I said it made me happy. I said leave me alone. I said I'm an extremely joyful person. Don't you see the joy in my face?
Well, I have joy on my face.
There's a lot of joy going on here.
This is joy.
Let me sit in my dark pool over here where it's cold and no one pees because no one's in here.
And you look younger because your skin's all tight.
I know.
Because you're frozen.
Oh, because you're frozen inside. Oh my God. Oh, this was such a good episode. I love this one. This is my favorite reaction video we've ever done.
You were like, why is this reaction
Deep.
video?
We got deep on such a superficial surface song.
They're like, why is this reaction video 45 minutes long? This song is 3 minutes long. Like, what the fuck? Oh my God. Oh, see, I told you, I'm already crying.
I will share this one. This is awesome. This is amazing.
Oh, God. Well, shit. All right. Well, folks, I haven't slept. I've been up since 7:30 Thursday morning, and it's 6:48 Friday morning. And I still actually owe some articles. But I don't even know. Are we doing a podcast? What are we doing? I don't even know what we're doing. Like, I'm so like.
No, you got to post this just as is. This is perfect. This is a great reaction video.
All right. Well, all right. Please like and subscribe, if only because Jeff Harry is the true MVP here who likes the song, and I don't. I mean, I just no. And then also there's like that, your commitment and consistency. Now that I've said it, I don't want to change my mind because I've already like publicly said it lots of times for like a whole week now.
I love also that you said, please like and subscribe, and then you kept going.
Oh, right. Hit the notification bell. Yada, yada.